Chapter 6181. Warnia can tolerate Manager Chen's inaction, but she cannot tolerate him destroying her business brand. Since his incompetence has had a great negative impact on the antique shop, he must be fired. Verification of the entire matter is also a process that the group must go through for dismissal, according to the contract signed between the group and its employees. Once an employee makes a major mistake at work and causes major losses or adverse effects to the group can immediately terminate the employee contract unilaterally without paying compensation. As the general manager, Manager Chen is fully responsible for all the business of the antique shop. Yesterday, someone brought a Northern Song Dynasty bronze Buddha worth 20 million and offered hundreds of thousands to sell it to the antique shop. But he turned the other party away. As for giving away 20 million, this is definitely a serious mistake. Moreover, Manager Chen also sought his own death. He recorded the video himself and spread it himself, which is equivalent to completely confirming his mistake, and there is no chance of reversal. So, just when he was still hoping that this matter would not reach Warnia's ears, the HR manager of the Song Group had already arrived at the antique shop. Along with the HR manager, there was even the group's legal affairs. At this time, there were no customers in the antique shop, and only a few waiters were holding up the facade. Originally, many people came to see Manager Chen today, most likely because they wanted to see his jokes. But he was hiding in the office and no one could see him. So later, everyone slowly dispersed, seeing the group's human resources manager and legal staff come in. Several of the clerks thought they were guests. They all said welcome listlessly, then bowed their heads and went about their own business. The HR manager looked around at a few people and asked, "Is your manager here?" One of the guys said, "Our manager won't see the guests today. If you have any questions, just tell me." The HR manager said coldly, "I am the person in charge of the Human Resources Department of the Song Group and I want to see Manager Chen." "From the group?" The man looked at the Human Resources manager with a surprised look on his face. The antique shop is just an inconspicuous small store in the entire Song Group. These people usually don't even see people from the group, let alone the person in charge of human resources of the entire group. The HR manager directly took out his work badge, handed it to the other person, and said, "Please inform your manager that I have something very important to discuss with him in person." The guy didn't dare to make a mistake and said quickly, "You wait a minute, I'll go to our manager's office to see if the manager is there." After saying that, he hurriedly ran a few steps to the door of Manager Chen's office. Without even bothering to knock on the door, he opened the door and barged in. Manager Chen was chatting privately at this time to ask colleagues in the antique industry to help delete the video. However, seeing the increasing traffic of the video, those people were unwilling to delete it. Some even refused to reply to his message requesting to delete the video. They didn't reply to messages or answer calls. But he discovered that the other party had been replying to netizens' comments under the video, and was also mocking him as someone worthless in the comments. Manager Chen, who was furious, saw the door being pushed open by the clerk. He suddenly lost his temper and yelled, "Didn't I tell you? Don't let anyone come in to bother me. Don't you understand?" The clerk said quickly, "Manager, there are two people outside. One of them said he is the HR manager of the group and is waiting to see you." Manager Chen exclaimed, "Fuck. The HR manager of the group?" "Yes." The clerk nodded and said, "That's what he said. I don't know if it's true or not." Manager Chen secretly screamed in his heart. There must be nothing good going on when the HR manager comes to see him.